Simplifying, multiplying, and dividing rational expressions. Remember, our last video is multiplying and dividing of polynomials, and this is different because in rationals we can have a numerator and denominators like f fractions, but it is a polynomials. Then before we multiply this one, in multiplying we can multiply each numerator and multiply each denominator. So x positive 4 multiplied by x squared negative 9. Before we multiply, we can factor. So our factor is x positive 3, x negative 3, and then over the denominators, which is x negative 3, and the factor of x squared negative x negative 2 is x negative 2 times x positive 1. Simply by simplifying this one, we cancel out the common factor. We can have the common factor of negative x negative 3x, so cancel out this one, and the remaining is no common denominator, so we can copy this, and this is the answer, x positive 4 quantity of x positive 3 over x negative 2 x positive 1, and this is our answer. And let's have example number 2. Remember at our last video, you can review if it's hard for you to understand this one, because I'm applying step by step. So we can have 12y squared positive 28y positive 15 over 6y squared positive 35y positive 25. This is a division, so 2y squared negative y negative 3. Remember, in fractions, in dividing fractions, we can have the reciprocal. When we use the reciprocal, we can flip up from the denominator to numerator. So first we can factor first the first term, so we can have 6y positive 5. Quantity of 2y positive 3 is our factor of 12y squared positive 28y 15 positive 15, since 5 times 2y becomes 10y, and 6y times 3 becomes 18, so 18 times 10 becomes 28y. This is our first factor. Then we factor also the denominator, so we can have 6y positive 5 quantity of y positive 5, and then divided by 2y squared, so we can find the outer and inner term, which is the coefficients of negative y, so we can have 2y negative 3, then y positive or negative. Remember, negative times negative becomes positive, so y positive 1. So negative 3 times y becomes negative 3y, then 2y times 1 is 2y, so the bigger value is negative 3, so we can have negative 3y minus positive 2y is negative y, and this is the factor from the numerator. And again, from the denominator, we can have 3y negative 4. Remember, our coefficients of y is 11, so we can find negative 4 times y becomes negative 4y, then 3y times 5 becomes 15, so 15 minus 4 becomes 11, so this is our factor. And then in multiplying this one, we can flip up by the reciprocal of 3y negative 4. We can put from the upper part. We can flip up. So we have copy first the first term. We have 6y positive 5, 2y positive 3 over. In multiplying, we can connect together, so we can have 6y positive 5, y plus 5. Then this one becomes from the numerator, so we have 3y negative 4. We can flip up, then y positive 5. Then 2y negative 3, this will be our denominator, and y positive 1. In simplifying this one, we can cancel out the common factors. Which we can have 6y positive 5, and since this one is no, we have y positive 5, so cancel out, and then the remaining is 2y positive 3, 3y negative 4. Remember that we cannot cancel out if the sign is different. So we have 2y positive 3, quantity of 3y negative 4 over 2y negative 3, quantity of y positive 1. And this is our answer. And then let's check example number 3. X squared positive 6x positive 9 over x cubed positive 27 divided by x squared positive 7x positive 12 over x cubed negative 3x squared positive 9x. So remember, we can first factor out, so we can have x positive 3, where is our first term of the trinomial. And then this one, since x cubed positive 27 is the cube, so we will use the formula of the difference of cubes. So we have factors of x positive 3, x squared negative 3x positive 9. And then from the second term of the fractions, x squared positive 7x positive 2, where we can have factor x positive 4, quantity of x positive 3. And then another sign, so this one is not a perfect square, so we can factor by using the x, so x squared negative 3x positive 9. And then this is the same in example number 2, so we can flip up the denominator. So first we can copy the first term of the fractions. We have x positive 3, x positive 3 over x positive 3, x squared negative 3x positive 9, and then multiply by the reciprocal of this. We can flip up, so it will be our numerator, so we can have x squared negative 3x positive 9 over x positive 4, x positive 3. Then in multiplying, we can directly cancel out this one. Then we will have a common factor, so we cancel out the common factor. So it's begin from the x positive 3 we can have, and then x positive 3 again, cancel out, and x squared negative 3x positive 9 we have also. So the remaining is x over x positive 4, and this will be our answer. And then let's have another example number 4. We have x squared negative 2x negative 35 2x cubed negative 3x squared multiplied by 4x cubed negative 9x over 7x negative 49. So we factor out before we multiply. Factor x squared negative 2x negative 30, fine. So we can find from the, since our trinomial coefficients of x is negative 2, so we can have x negative 7 and x positive 5, where we can have negative 7 times x becomes negative 7x, then x times 5 becomes 5x, so negative 7x minus 5x becomes negative 2x. So this is our factor. And then in multiplying, we can directly connect the first term and the second term, which is the 4x squared negative 9x. So we can have x 4x squared negative 9, this is our factor, and the other one from the denominator we have x squared times 2x negative 3x becomes 2x cubed negative 3x squared, this is our factor. And from the second term of the fractions, from the denominator we have 7 times x negative 9. So we can cancel out the common factor, so we can have x negative 7, x positive 5, x, this one we can factor because this is the perfect square, so 2x positive 3 and 2x negative 3. This is the difference of two square formula. And then copy the denominator x squared, quantity of 2x negative 3, then 7 x negative 7, and then simplify, we cancel out the common factor, we have x negative 7. Then since this is x, so we will have x here, cancel out, there is 1x here, this is x, and then x positive 5, no, and this we have, so 2x negative 3 cancel out, the remaining is x positive 5, quantity of 2x positive 3 over, we have x here, so we have 1x and 7, so in multiplying this one, it will be the, remember that we can arrange in general form, so x positive 5 to x positive 3, that coefficients is the first, so we have coefficients of 7a, 7, and variable is x, and this is the answer. And then example number 5, x squared negative 16, x squared positive 7x positive 12 multiplied by x squared negative 4x negative 21 over x squared negative 4x. We can directly multiply this by connecting to each other. So we have x positive 4, x negative 4. This is the difference of two squares formula. So our factor is x positive 4, x negative 4, and then the other factor of the denominator, we have x positive 4, since x times 3 becomes 3x plus 4 times 6 becomes 4x, so 7x, so this will be our factor. And then from the numerator above, from the second terms, we have x negative 7, x positive 3. So negative 7 times x becomes negative 7x then x times 3 becomes positive 3x, so negative 7x minus 3x becomes negative 4x, so this is our factor. And the denominator is x times x negative 4. We can directly connect, so we cancel out the common factors. So we have common factor x negative 4 cancel out, and x positive 4 cancel out, and x positive 3 cancel out, and the remaining is x negative 7. So we can write x negative 7 here and over x, and this will be our answer.